welcome to the English Language Learning Podcast. Today we have an unpopular opinion about gambling, jogar loteria, apostando. So that's our topic. The headline is, and you can search this and follow on the internet or just listen. It's smart to play the lottery. It's smart to play the lottery. It's smart to play the lottery. Here is the explanation. I don't know how many times I have heard middle or upper. Let's start over. I don't know how many times I have heard middle or upper middle class people scoff at people who play the lottery. The odds are incredibly bad. People are wasting their money. It's exploited poor people who don't have enough money to gamble, etc., etc. But look at it this way. Yeah, there is like 1 billion, a 1 in a billion chance you will win if it's definitely not going to happen. But what are your chances of becoming a mega millionaire if you don't play the lottery? You can gamble a very small amount of money, like $2, for a chance at something you will never ever have in your life otherwise. If you are missing rent or skipping meals to play, then that's one thing. But honestly, for the price of half a tank of gas, you can be entertained talking to all your friends and family about what you will do with your ungodly amount of money. That's pretty cheap entertainment, low risk, high reward. I say, why not? Disclaimer, this is not financial advice. Okay, that is our explanation of the opinion. It's smart to play the lottery. Let's go into the vocab in our next segment where we will look at the English only, not the topic. And then finally, we'll go over the theme and the topic, questions, and conversation in the final segment. Next, vocab. Okay, welcome back. Let's look at the vocab from the Reddit unpopular opinion. It's smart to play the lottery. Smart. S-M-A-R-T. Smart. Difficult word. Some people may say, "What the hell are you talking about? This is basic." Smart is very different than the Portuguese or Spanish word, right? We would go with inteligente or esperta. So you can also use in English intelligent or clever. Clever. Clever is more like esperta. So smart, inteligente, adjective. Upper class, middle class, lower class, classe alta, classe média, classe baixa. This is not specifically defined in American culture. Right? I know in Brazil there's class A, class B, class C, class D, class E, with numbers, right, attributed to each class. We don't have that really, at least not in common conversations. No one really knows exactly what the difference is between upper class and or a higher class, upper class, and middle class, and middle class and lower class. It's a mix of qualitative, qualidade, and qualidade and quantidade. It's not the same thing. Qualitative and quantitative details, right? So it could be income, agenda. It could be possessões. It could be bairro. It could be o seu escola. So, I mean, your parents could be one class and you might be a different class just based on your experience, different from your parents. Let me check for qualitative. Qualitativa. And that was difficult for me. And I imagine quantitative is quantitativa. So that's a mix. We don't have numbers really in American US culture specific to upper, middle, lower, Although I guess you could go on taxes. How much money do you pay in taxes, which would determine what's your income? Okay, seu renda, sua renda. Um, the odds. The odds. This was in the second line. The odds are incredibly bad. ODDS. This is a synonym for probabilidade, the chances, the probability, uh, the likelihood, the likelihood. Right? We use the word likely when something is provável. We use unlikely when it's improvável. But likelihood, chances, probability, chance, probabilidade. To exploit, exploited, um, to use or get or derive all the benefit from a resource. Explorar, para usar, extrair recurso de alguém. So to exploit, it's exploited poor people. The lottery. The lottery exploits poor people who don't have enough money to gamble, apostar. So to exploit poor people is para explorar os pobres, os quem não tem dinheiro para apostar. So that is one of his um, little criticisms, right? What do people say is bad about the lottery? Well, exploit or exploitation, exploração dos pobres. Um, to gamble in the same line, apostar, jogar, com dinheiro, right? Or arriscar tudo. But in this case, it would be with money and games. But to gamble could be a verb for arriscar, qualquer coisa. If you say, I'm going to gamble, it could be, it could be getting a giant ice cream and trying to, on a hot summer day, getting 4 scoops and trying to eat it before it melts and spills in your car. Or that's a better one, right? I have some ice cream in my hand, but I have to drive. I'm going to gamble. I'm going to drive and eat. Hopefully, I don't crash. Hopefully, I don't spill. I'm going to gamble. Arriscar, totalmente. Ou simplesmente arriscar. Gonna, going to. Vou, vai, vão. Fazer, comer, or pensar, or explorar, or apostar. So, gonna, right, is going to, but we pronounce it gonna, gonna, gonna. So going to becomes one word, gonna. And in this case, the person wrote, escreveu, Gonna, gonna happen, not going to. I wasn't pronouncing it that way just because that's the common way. That's the way that they wrote it on social media. Otherwise, otherwise, you can gamble, apostar, a very small amount of money for a chance at something you will never ever have in your life otherwise. So otherwise is caso contrario, senão, de maneira diferente, right? They're saying if you gamble this $2, you have a chance at winning $1 billion. And in the vice versa, in the alternate version, in the other way, in the contrary case, if you don't play this money, you have a 0% chance of being or winning or getting $1 billion. So that's otherwise. Caso contrário, senão, and de maneira diferente. Two or three more. To skip, pular, to skip meals, right? Se você está pulando comida, comprando ou comendo comida, that's not good. You have a gambling problem. Ungodly, be entertained, all your friends and family. What will you do with all your ungodly amount of money? Ungodly. Ungodly here just means irracional. Quantidade irracional de dinheiro. Unreasonable, right? Oh God, it's so much. It's like a shocking, insano. It's an insane amount of money, a stupid amount of money. And usually stupid or insane, right? When we're talking about things, not people, like quantities of something, it means unreasonable, irracional. Cheap, the opposite of expensive, not expensive, inexpensive, barato. Cheap, barato. That's pretty cheap entertainment. Entretenimento barato. Like $2, you can have this little fantasy of winning the lottery, and that's fun. Okay, in the next segment, we will go over questions and conversation about playing the lottery, about gambling, about this opinion specifically. So you can practice listening to questions, thinking about answers. You can find a way to leave answers, post your answers. You can record your answers to your phone and practice speaking. You can send me your answers, right? But this is for practice. Welcome back to our final segment, the question and answers and conversation section. The topic is an opinion. It's smart to play the lottery. We did the explanation, we reviewed and went over the vocab. Not all of it, but this one there was a lot that we examined. And now finally the questions and conversation. So, first question to you, the listener. Can it be a smart financial choice to play the lottery? Can it be a smart financial choice to play the lottery? This was the opinion. Not just that it was smart financially, because you actually have a 0.01%, percent chance of winning $1 billion. Mas no caso contrario, otherwise you have 0% chance. So it's financially, yeah, you're okay. You're spending a little, you probably lose it, but you have an actual chance, maybe close to zero, but you have acima de zero, right? O chance acima de zero, above zero to win $1 billion. And usually, yeah, most people could work 10 lifetimes, 10 vidas, pode trabalhar, nunca alcançar bilionário status. So maybe, can it be smart financially to play the lottery? Pode ser uma escolha inteligente financeiramente para jogar loteria. Loteria. Number 2, is the lottery entertaining to you? O loteria é entretenimento para você. Is the lottery entertaining to you? To me, I find it entertaining. Not to play, I don't play it, but I like to read about lottery stories. I like to read about, you know, someone. Recently, there was a story about this is horrible. And a old woman, and I think her grandson, o neto dela, they split. Somehow they split a lottery ticket. I think the payment, or maybe he took it physically to the store, but she paid for it, and they won. And now ela está processando ele para conseguir tomar todo o dinheiro e não dividir com ele. So, weird lottery story, right? I like lottery stories. They're fantastical, a little bit crazy. But playing the lottery, no, it's not. That's not entertaining to me. I do not play the lottery. I do not find it good entertainment, even though it apparently is cheap. Um, if you won the lottery, would you tell your friends and family? Se você ganhasse a loteria, você diria, você falaria com seus amigos e família. Tough one. If you won the lottery, would you tell your friends and family? I would tell my family, definitely. I would tell my parents, my brother, my sister. Um, I imagine I'm telling my cousins too. I'm not going to get on the phone and immediately call the entire family, but people who I talk to normally, yeah, I'll tell them. I understand the risk, people asking for money, but I would try to go the other way. Tell them, give them some shit, maybe keep them quiet for a while until they come back asking for more later. But I would tell them, friends, People who I talk to regularly, it's not a lot of people. I have friends, but it's not a lot of people who I talk to regularly. So I think I would be telling my friends. Um, I'm not sure I could keep that a secret from people I regularly talk to. So, yeah. And again, I understand the risk. Some people, you might expect some friends, a friend or a cousin or an uncle or parent to start begging you for money or start, behaving or being different because of the money. I don't expect that from my friends and family, but maybe I'm an idiot. But I don't expect that from them. Our next question: 33% of lottery winners go broke or bankrupt. 33% das pessoas que ganham na loteria quebra e perde todo o dinheiro. How do you think this happens? Como você acha isso acontece? Ou aconteceria? How do people lose that much money? I think maybe because of the previous question, friends and family. Maybe you just start giving money. Maybe maybe that's a bad place to start. I imagine they start spending on things that you have to keep paying for in perpetuity. Maybe you buy a car and you have to keep paying for expensive insurance because of the type of car. Maybe you buy a house and either you're making house payments or you buy an entire fucking house, and that is a lot of money. Property is not just money to buy it, but to maintain it. Or maybe you are just spending your money on things that lose value, right? You're not buying items that at least maintain or improve their value. So I think lavish spending, comprando coisas que vai perder valor ou precisa pagar para manter valor. But yeah, that's tough, man. How do people lose all that money? Oh, and I imagine friends and family and investments, right? And this is very basic, maybe this part. You're gonna give money to someone who tells you, "Hey, you won this much money. Give me give me a small slice. Give me $5 million. You just won $50 million. Give me $5 million, and that 5 million, I'll turn it into 10 million or 7 million, and you keep giving me that money, and I'll make more of it." So bad investments in people that you think will help you make more money, and then you lose it because you're a new person with new money, and that's not safe. The final question: did this opinion convince you to play the lottery? Why or why not? Again, this person is making the argument. It's smart to play the lottery. You have a small chance, but not a 0% chance, of becoming or virando bilionario. And they also said it's entertainment, right? You get to talk to your friends and family and have fantasies about, hey, what would you buy? O que você compraria? Did it convince you to play the lottery? Uh, and the question in Portuguese: se essa opinião convenceu você para jogar loteria, por quê ou por que não? Para mim, não. I'm not big on gambling. Eu não aposto nas muitas coisas. Às vezes é sports, sometimes sports, but yeah, no. This is again. I said previously, this is not entertaining to me. I like reading about the lottery, but no, it's not entertaining to me to put money somewhere like this. It's just simple. To me, it's not entertaining. And do I have a chance to become a billionaire if I play the lottery? Yes, but really, no. Actually, de verdade, no, I don't think so. So that is it for the episode on the lottery. We didn't talk about sports gambling, right? Apostar em geral, com esportes ou outras coisas, or poker or bingo, right? In Brazil, everyone knows chia or vovó que joga bingo, somewhere clandestinamente. We didn't talk about that. There will be other stories and posts about gambling. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of the English Language Learning Podcast. And if you have comments or criticisms or criticas, you can share them with me. If you have dicas, more of this, less of that, menos disso, mais disso, please let me know. Inscrever, subscribe to the YouTube page, please. And I hope you enjoy and keep listening.